YouTube video. I'm here to review this album by Eminem called the Marshall Mathers LP 2. This is the second installment of the Marshall Mathers LP. I might just turn it down so you can hear me a little bit more clearer. It starts off with Bad Guy, which is a sequel to the song Stan on the Marshall Mathers LP, the first one, which is a classic song which samples Dido's song. It's got a good part to it. It's about his brother, Stan's brother, which has the same initials as Eminem at the end, trying to kidnap Eminem and blaming Eminem for what happened with Stan. That's kind of what that song is about, which I think is a really good concept, and it really follows up the album from the previous album. Then it goes into Parking Lot, which is a skit, which goes on to Rhyme or Reason, Eminem going bar for bar, and it samples a classic song. I like this track. I like Rhyme or Reason better than Bad Guy, because with Bad Guy I think the production on Bad Guy was a little bit iffy. I think Stan was a better song. Rhyme or Reason, definitely a great track. Then we have So Much Better, which is basically he's talking about someone that he doesn't like, sort of thing. A girl he don't like, and he would say, oh, and it's just on that tip. Then we have Survival. It's talking about being a survival and surviving, and that concept's a single. That's more of a rockish type production on it. It's a single song, you can check it out. Then we have Legacy, where he's talking about his legacy, what he's going to leave behind when he finishes rapping, what it's going to be like for his family and all that, and what legacy he leaves behind when he goes. That's that song. Then we have Arsehole featuring Skylar Grey, which is more his comedic Eminem self that you usually get. Then we have Berserk, which is has a Rick Rubin Beastie Boys type feel, which samples a song by The Strokes, which I thought was pretty okay, which is a good single on this album. Then we have Rap God, which is him just rhyming, braggadocious rhymes, saying how he's the best MC, which is braggadocious rappity rap track with some humour in there. Then we have Stronger Than I Was. I want to talk about that song, where he's talking about being strong emotionally, and when all the bad stuff happens, how you can remain strong, remain positive. And this is more of a singing style to this song. Then we have The Monster, and featuring Rihanna, is talking about how inner demons and how we have a monster inside us that will want to attack, sort of thing. That's what I got from that song, which I think has good lyrics, but it's more commercial style with Rihanna, single. Then we have So Far, which I think is a good song. I like it. He's talking about how the music business and hip hop and how everything he's done, and very deep song, this one. It's a good song here. Then we have Love Game featuring Kendrick Lamar. Probably out of all the rap songs I've heard Kendrick Lamar featured on, this is by far the worst. This song's awful. Eminem, it just didn't work. I think Eminem and Kendrick Lamar could do a good collab, but this definitely wasn't one of them. Eminem was goofy, not impressed with him on this track, and Kendrick Lamar wasn't impressive on here either. I think it's probably Eminem wanted the track to be that way, but then we have Headlights featuring Nate Ruess, which I really like the song. He's talking about his mum growing up and how he forgives everything that went wrong and everything that went on his mind when he wrote old songs, when he was dissing his mum and all that. That's kind of what Eminem is doing here, and yeah, it's definitely a deep song. Then we have Evil Twin to end this album off. Personally, this album is pretty okay. It's not a great Eminem project, but it's not. I definitely would give this album a 6.5. That is my opinion on this album. It's definitely not a 7, because there is a lot of filler on here, and there's a lot of tracks on here that are awful. Just being honest, there's great tracks and good tracks on here. That's why I'm saying it's better than average and better than mediocre, but I wouldn't, it's just below a 7 in my opinion, this project. Peace.